Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to another session on Saturday, this beautiful sunny day of Saturday. Today we've got the brand that is dealing with water. I'm gonna ask him to introduce himself.
Yeah, my name is Richard Mabetlela. I'm a founder and CEO of Mogolo Water. I'm a graduate from University of Johannesburg. I studied BA Corporate Communications. So obviously, having studied BA Corporate Communications, like it has something to do with brands. Hence, I've started my own brand called Mogolo Still Water. So basically, I just wanted to have something with the name that people can pretty much trust. Around my life, I've been centered around things of brands. So I just wanted to create an authentic brand with the name that most people can easily resonate with.
Okay,
Yeah.
no, thank you very much for your introduction. As
Yeah.
indicated, I'm gonna be asking you three questions. The
Yes.
first one, can you tell us why did you start the Mogolo Water and the name sounds interesting? Can you elaborate on that?
So as mentioned, the reason why I started this brand is because, as a graduate, pretty much, struggled to find a job. So I knew that, like one of my obsession is, creativity. So I just had to, come up with a name and then just, put it on a bottle. So like basically the name Moholo comes from the phrases Beta Moholo or Tapisha Moholo used across South Africa referring to quenching thirst. So I just wanted to create a brand that can be benchmarked with some of the biggest water brands here in South Africa with the same quality and everything. So yeah, we doing this water, then we just putting it in the market, and then it looks like people are loving it. It is gradually getting the markets. Like we subdued everything basically.
No,
Yeah.
no, thank you for so Mogolo, maybe I think it's something to do with Spady. Maybe you can elaborate
Yeah.
on that.
So remember, like I said, moholo, like when someone
Oh,
is say ketapisha moholo. So I think
yeah,
the name
yeah, yeah.
Chamogolo. So I just wanted to create a brand that, obviously, as a Pedi speaking guy, coming from Limpopo, I wanted to create a brand that most Pedi people who are from Limpopo, can easily resonate with the brand. So basically, the name Mogolo, I just wanted to refrain from using concept of aqua steel, aqua anything, So I just wanted to create a brand and say, this is our names, this is the things that we own, and we're just putting it out there, putting it on, bottles, and just, make sure that our brand are well marketed. This is the very same way they're promoting Aquale and all these other brands. That's
Mhm.
basically why I
I'm,
decided
I'm
to name my brand Mohole.
I'm really fascinated with the fact that when you started the company, you focused on the origin of the culture that is surrounding you.
Yeah.
But now the second name is, the second question is that why people must trust your brand, more especially is not a popular brand. Eh? So maybe you can tell us so
You see,
that we can trust. Mm.
basically, remember, like we're living in a society where anything of good quality, if you put in a good brand, in a shop, as long as like your brand is presented in a manner that is of high quality, of same standard, if you are doing your marketing, you're making sure that every marketing content that you post on Instagram, it's in a professional manner. So that is why people end up just trusting your brand. We are doing obviously still water, and then we make sure that the product that we do is of high quality. The water is actually tested before putting it out there. We are not just saying we have a brand that is Moholo, and then we don't have equipments to actually manufacture purified still water. So basically the quality starts with what is inside the bottle first, and then obviously the
Mm.
brand of the product, like it has barcodes. It has, barcodes. It's elaborated why the name Moholo. And then obviously here we have sort of like the recommendations. We're working relatively with the University of Limpopo. So The reason why we are of good quality is because our brand is actually coming from the University of Limpopo. Just that right about now we are just busy working to have our own physical shop, but we're producing this good brand from the University of Limpopo. So obviously, the magnitude of the University of Limpopo, and then the things that they do there. So
Yeah.
basically,
Can,
that's good quality.
can you show us your brand, perhaps? Just put it in front of you so that people can see. Yes,
So
and yeah, the
I just
packaging is quite nice.
yeah, thank you very much, man. So basically, I just took this one from the fridge, so
Yeah, I
you can
see, I
see
see, I
like
see, I see.
icy and all that. Yeah.
Mm. I
So
think it will be unfair if our viewers don't see what you can do. You know, Ecosymbol, we
yeah,
started with a passion to promote unknown brands, and your
yeah,
brand is known to have a good quality in the community, but it's not as
yeah,
popular as other well-known brands. And I don't think
yes,
it would be fair if we actually don't show your we don't show our viewers what you can do. I
yes.
mean, what you have done in a sense of the product. Let's look into this one. These are more like, can
Yes.
you see my screen? Eh?
Yeah, I can see your screen. Yes.
Yeah, this is the 500 mil, and they are cold, and summer is coming, and
Yeah.
the quality is quite good. Can you tell us about this? The packaging is nice, man. It's very
Yeah.
attractive.
Yeah, I
Mm,
can see that. I think.
yeah, but this one here, you see, can you
Yeah.
tell us about the packaging process that you're doing? It's a high quality. This one, yeah, this one I want to talk about.
Basically, the packaging process we're using, this manufacturing machine. So we have someone who's, we outsource bottles. We buy bottles from a company called Miles Investment. So from there, we take it to sticker production. So sticker production, we then make sure that we paste these stickers on the bottles nicely. Then from there we put in water. Then after having put it, after water, then we make sure that the packages are quite nicely sealed. Then we then put it in bags. We put it in a bag of 24 bottles, each, depending on the product. So obviously we have 330 mils, and then we have 500 mils, and then we also have 750. Then from 750 we have 1.5, then we have 5 liters. So with these ones, obviously this is the popular one. We package it in a package of 24s.
Mm,
So yeah,
mm.
that is the process. Like it's not really much of a job, but I believe what sells is the brand. So
Yeah.
basically, how brands are now, obviously in a modern way. Like brands are more about just being unique, being simple, and then you put it out there in the market.
Yeah, yeah.
Basically
And our
that,
viewers also can see that, you are really a brand that actually is being raised by the community. And I can see
yes,
you have the banners there.
yes.
You are really doing a great job in the community. And
Thank you
I'm
very
so
much.
proud to see. Your product being produced in this level. Let's
Yeah,
go to our last question now.
yeah,
Um, I'm sure you have had an opportunity to see the Ecosymbol. Briefly,
yes,
as you
yes,
understand, the Ecosymbol is an online store which is like your e-commerce business, but at the same
yes,
time, it wants to make sure that our other communities that are unable to access the online services can access
yes.
such high quality products such as yours. With you
Yeah,
having had an opportunity to see the physical design of the Ecosymbol, can you
yeah,
tell us how do you think that will promote your brand? And the second thing, how
yes.
will it create jobs in the community of Limpopo? I think it's Polokwane, am I correct?
Yeah, that is Polokwane,
Yeah.
sir.
Yes, yes,
So
yes.
basically, the nature of malls, the nature of malls
Mm,
is more about, bringing more people, bringing large, people to the mall. So basically, I love the whole idea of a mall, having to have a physical mall. So basically, we don't have to, as small brands as we are, we don't really have to struggle because now people are now having access to our brands. I love, the whole initiative of, having to build a mall. It is doable, and then we need malls that are pretty much, owned by, our own people. We're selling our own products within, those malls. It's kind of like there's a hindrance as to, our brands having to get into ShopRite. The barriers are very strong.
tough,
Like you
yeah,
cannot even
yes. Mm,
you cannot even break that chain, because these people are actually have been doing this for over some time. So basically with the Egazim wall, it means our brands as local people obviously producing good quality brands, so we'll then now have to put our product there, and then our products they have access to the market. I believe that the whole mall like would it would do something here in Limpopo, and then obviously with the idea of the whole mall, you guys are bringing about different style of the mall, like unlike
mm,
the malls that we are usually used to, the ones that we go to. It's about bringing certain style, certain change in the markets, and then obviously the malls will then have to attract a lot of people, and then our brands being there at the mall, then it means we are winning.
yeah, yeah.
So
Also, just to let you know that we will have the taxi rank next to the mall, so that
yes.
our people can be able to access. So I'm sure during summer there will be a lot of bottles you need to produce. So tell
Yeah,
us
I need
about
to.
job creation during those times.
So obviously, I love the idea of having to build a taxi rank. Predominantly here in Limpopo, we have people who are using. They are more like commuters. People are using taxis to get to the mall. So I love the idea, and obviously the nature of the rank. We all know that taxi ranks. That's where as a product like this, people drink water there. We have people who are selling water there. So basically, we have a project called, uh, smart selling. Smart selling meaning we are about to just, it's a sort of like reselling, but we call it in our name, our own name. So basically, we're encouraging young people who are mostly, unemployed to buy water from us and sell it in the streets, and that's how we're going to win. That's how we're going to make sure that our brands are out there doing the most.
No,
Yeah,
that's great, Richard, and thank you. And
yeah.
any advice to any future startups like yourselves, irrespective of whatever product they're selling? We face challenges when we start up. Any advice?
Yeah, so basically, I'm just gonna say, the land is plentiful, but the laborers are few. So
Mm,
basically, with my statement, I mean, it's not everyone who's an entrepreneur, but as entrepreneurs, we see opportunities. Hence, I've started my own brand. Mogolo Still Water. As I'm still struggling with certain things. Obviously, we're lacking in terms of investments and all that. But one day we are just hopeful that we're gonna get somewhere. As long as we had courage to just start these brands, and then we were moving forward. I'm just like pretty much just the youth. What I encourage the youth to do is that they need to start investing now. We need to have our own brands that are black owned. We need to have like hence the mall that is black owned. Pretty much I don't know who's the investor, but I'm thinking it will be a black owned mall. And then we just need to have, all these sort of products, in the markets. Not necessarily that we are in rivalry with, the brands that have been there before us, but right now this is the time for us to just, create our own stuff, create our own content, create our own products, and then just put it there in the markets and just making sure that we well promote them and we are winning at the end of the day, And then
Yeah.
it's high
No, no,
time where uh,
no,
it's
no.
high time where it's high time where young black people just need to be out there, do the most. I think that is the advice that I'll just give out to young people, the people who are going to watch this video, that we are young and then we are black and then we are ready to subdue the land.
Yeah, no, thank you. But to our viewers, this is Ecosymbol. It's an advocacy and a mall for the unknown brands. So the brands that
Yeah,
don't have opportunities in big spaces, Ecosymbol ensures that it gives them spaces. So when you come to the mall, you will never see the well-known brands. You will see the brands such as Mogolo Water. So in
yeah,
future, kindly note that you must expect to see this brand, and to drink the water of Ekasimo, of Mokolo Water. And then you can contact Richard on 079 959 2698, and then you can get him, the company, on Twitter, on Facebook, or on Instagram. It's Mokolo Water, and then the email address is sales@mokolowater.co.za. And I hope that people that are watching this video will be putting more orders, more especially we're going to summer, and more especially with this coronavirus that we actually just experienced, requires that we wash our hands, and we
yeah,
have more water in our spaces. And this is an opportunity to order one of the community recognized high quality brand as known as Mogolo Water. Richard, I'm very much thankful for coming today and looking
yeah.
forward to see you in the future. And I'm sure that I'll be one of your customers as soon as the mall is up. Every
Right.
day I'll be taking I'll be
Orders
shopping.
for still water, yes.
Yeah. No,
Yeah, thank you.
thanks, Richard, and thanks to our viewers. And have a wonderful Saturday, and enjoy. And bye bye.
Thank you very much. Mogolo
Okay,
Still
bye.
Water.